Hello everybody, it's me, Auntie Hange. I'm going to be doing the Queen of Puddings, and it's only a one-off thing I do because on a Friday I see a gentleman and this is his favourite pudding. Apparently his mum made it when he was younger. He's a Sri Lanka, so he had his mum making it. So what I've got here in this bowl, if I pull the camera down, touch it, remember this is amateur, so it's not all going to be brilliant. But along here, as you see, I'm going to pull this down a little bit, the camera, can you see? And in here, I have 1 lemon. Because this is a Mary Perry recipe, that's where I found it from, the internet. I should really check all my cookbooks. It does say 1 zest of a lemon. But because I'm making double the amount, really I need 2, but I'm going to stick to 1 anyway of her ingredients. So I did some earlier. Woo! Did you see that flip? So I thought I'd give it a go doing this. So I've done 1 earlier. Now it is normally a dish that is 1.4 litres, but like I say, I'm going to make a bigger one because he's got his daughter coming tomorrow and everything. So I've used one of these foil things. Believe it or not, I had a roast chicken in here. It comes in and then I cut it, and then because it wasn't that bad, I clean it because in case I do make anything, I've recycled the container to take around to people's houses. So I've got a big lamb dish. So here I've got my, let me go through the recipe, so excuse me while I scan it. I have a pint of milk, which is 2 pints again because I'm doubling up. I have 2 ounces of butter, a little bit of butter in my little cow thing, look. So everybody knows I like my cows. So, and it's in there to grease the trim because I've done 2 ounces there. 1 freshly zest. My 2 ounces, but I'm, like I say again, I'm doubling it, so that's 4 ounces of sugar, caster sugar. Now 3 oaks, but 6. So I've got these. These are like, you know when you have takeaways or something and you've got the containers with the lids. These are what these are. And as you can see, recycling them, reusing them again. And here's when you have the little puddings. So I use that. So here's a trick that I do to crack my egg to split it open. Is I have a spare dish just in case the yolk breaks, because no good cracking it, doing it in here, and then you ruined everything. So what I've done is I always keep a spare one, even when I make cakes and stuff. Get the middle of it and a 1 quick shot hit with a knife, back end of a knife, gently split, because I had one that just about to split on me as I did it. And then I just pour in, and then what I do is I slowly pour the yolk into the other one. I used to dread doing this at one stage, so don't forget I'm making the queen of the puddings. So my breadcrumbs, you know when you got your bread and you got the crusts and nobody really eats the crusts. Excuse me, clearing my throat there. Well, what I do is I blend them in the hands, little miniature hand one, or if you like, or I'll put my eggshells in the cup so I keep everything, because it's the easiest to clean the cloth. Sorry. So I zap it all through my blender. I put it in a bag, I write how many ounces. This has got 6 ounces of breadcrumbs, but I normally put 4 ounces. And then I put a couple in the freezer, and I freeze it up whenever I want to cook, or you know when you do your chicken breadcrumbs or anything. Right, so here we go. We've got to start off with the oven. It says 100 and, excuse me again, 170 Celsius, 325 minutes Fahrenheit. We'll never know. I'm not, like I say, I'm doing this. So I've got to grease my tin. So here we go. Get my fingers in there. They're all been nicely cleaned and washed before I start. Sometimes you can use the paper, so what my nan used to do, the paper of the butter that you use. Pick that up, I've got to be careful because I don't want to slip out my hands now, they're greasy. And she used to get the butter in a tin and she used to do it with the paper as well. Helps spread, so if you're not keen on it, that's one way. Me, I just get stuck in there. I will move the camera up again. Remember, I thought mine storm allowed me out here, but no, he's gone off playing computer games with his brother. That's far more important than helping this mummy out. But I'm not fussed with it. I'll just have to wrap him around my little finger later to get him to do my editing. So I've greased my tin up. I then get the breadcrumbs. So it says grease the paper in the shallow frying pan in. Roast it with butter. For the base, gently warm the milk in the pan. So here we go. So here we have it here. I've got all this already. My wooden spoon. So let me whip the camera over that way a little bit. So what you get when you're on your own. One bam, thank you, man. See, look, oh, gently over there. And it's full fat milk, by the way. So we grease pint, shallow oven-proof dish. For the base, very gently warm the milk in a saucepan. So I'm going to put this on. This is my little favourite oven that I've had for donkey's years. I just love it so much. It's broken actually this side. I broke the knob. Something fell on it, and so it's normally a pint, but again that dish is quite big, so I'm doing 2 pints. Put it on here to tidy up later. So there we have it. My hands are a bit greasy. I'm going to wash them, so I'm going to go behind the camera. I used this, cut a hole in this lemon earlier and put it on my dressing on my salad, because I had salad with these lamb kebab things. So I just squeezed the lemon on my salad. So lightly whisk the egg yolk in a bowl and slowly pour into the milk until the egg... I do have a little sieve here. Look at this one. Can you see? Look, it's broke. That had egg at the top and it broke. I love these little gadgets. I've got mice ones and cheesy ones, which is my rice. So, yolk. So lightly whisk, which I have done, and slowly pour it into the milk while whisking. Right then. Oh, for the base, gently saucepan, add the butter. For the base, gently warm the milk in a saucepan, add the butter and the lemon zest. I've got to add the butter and the lemon zest. So I'm adding the butter. I only made this once, by the way. So what you call it? Just a bit of streaming. And I thought a lot of people have never heard of Queen of Puddings. I never heard about it until I was talking to my lovely old man on Fridays. I go and say, so we had the butter in the milk, and add the butter, the lemon zest and the sugar. So there goes the lemon zest. This is one of the kiddies bowls when I used to have, my children were very, very young. So I keep hold of these to, you know, I think they always come useful somewhere. Look what's inside of it. A cow! Excellent. Totally love it. Put that back over here as well because I'll use that. Add the sugar. I like to get every last bit in there, every last bit. Let me zoom you up. Oh, can I do it? Oh, there we go. Ain't too bad really, is it? So I'll just put all this in here. And it also then means the butter will then just thin itself out. Because obviously butter won't properly truly dissolve because it's change everything yellow, doesn't it? It sits on top. So you carry on dissolving. So what I'm going to do is grab hold of my breadcrumbs. I'm going to sprinkle it over the base, which I thought it was when I did it the other day. I mean, don't get me wrong, I read this morning and it's, well, last afternoon before I did it. I'm just tidying up the corners, you see. That's cooking, so I'm just, well, I have to go on my tiptoes here, so I'm just spreading it all out. So it's sort of like got a, well, back to here, give it another stir. I can feel all the sugar gone. It's like a creamy yellow colour. So it's a slowly pour the warm milk into the, oh, I've got to pour the warm milk into the eggs. Right then, okay. I did have my big bowl somewhere. Where have I put it? I better put it, oh, it's not, so I've got a corner side. Put the camera bit down here. Oh, a little bit. This is my Wallets and Grommets bowl, look at that. Isn't that cool? I had two, but I ended up breaking one.
Just a heads up, this only records for 20 minutes and then you have to hit record again.
Yeah, I'm nearly done this bit. But I can't do anything until the rest cooks now, can I? So, try and use the whisk for this bit. Turn that off. Tap my screen because the screen's fading off. Now I know I need boiled water in here, so I'm just going to flip the kettle on. So you're going to hear that noise going on in the background. All the doggies realise it's their feed time. And if I've done too much of this, I don't mind putting it aside for something again. I'll do another one in a smaller dish if need be. So lightly whisk the yolks, pour in the milk. I'm just going to sprinkle the breadcrumbs over the base of the butter dish, pour over the custard, leave to stand for 15 minutes so the breadcrumbs can absorb. Okay, so let me flip the kettle off, because then when I pour this over, we've got to leave it for 15 minutes. Is pour this into here, nice and gently. See, when I did this the other day with just 1 pint of milk, I had the benefit of the oh, what you call it? My 2 pint jug. So I still had pints. So I had a better jug. So when this is stand for 15 minutes, I'm going to then put kettle water in here. When the kettle boils, stick it in, stick the water on the outside. So if I get the camera in to show you, because like I said, again, it's amateur. So once the kettle's boiled, after this set for 15 minutes, I'm going to put the water on the outside. So it's all cooking on the outside. And then place then in the oven. And what I'll do, once I've done that and cooked it in the oven, because it has to cook in the oven for at least 25 minutes, then I've got to bring it out to cool. So once I've cooked it, I will bring it out, leave it to cool for at least 10 minutes, and then I'll be back on to you with the camera. Okay, see you in a minute. Hiya, I'm back again. Just messed around with the camera. Don't get on cameras very well, like I used to. Right then, so it is now cool. And what you do is, you know when it's set, when it goes doodle-doo in here, and it goes like a bowl of jelly like a belly. So I've let it cool down a little bit. I've got my whites, which I'm now going to, are you ready? So you whisk on. And then I'm going to whisk away. It gets done. And slowly keep adding the sugar in. What I'm going to do, while I'm doing one hand doing that, I'm going to open up the jar. I'm going to empty some out. I'm going to do 2 jobs at the same time. Typical woman. I'm going to empty a good chunk of this out because that's getting on my nerves just standing there watching that. Really smear the jam out. I feel like I should warm the jam up. This looks like it's going to go disastrous now. I thought the jam would smear on it nicely. So it hasn't done. Let me go and get the knife. But this is what happens when you cook. Things like this do happen. Things suddenly go messed up. So I'm just going to cut bits open. But that isn't going to happen. So let's go back onto this one. Give me 10 out of 10 for trying. Ooh. Right, I'm going to have a quick go at this. They say if this is stiff, you can put it on top of your head. Are you ready? You see? Oh my god, I've done it! No, it's poured out, look. There you go. Oh, on the end, you really didn't do it. Look at that. Right then, because I can't find my piping bag, I did, I came across one of these, you know when you buy the little icings from the shops and it comes with the tube and stuff. Well, I've got a sandwich bag, as you can see I made a bit of a hole there. So this time around I'll put it in, then chopped and spread open. I'm just going to put that there. So I've mixed around this jam, so hopefully it won't go in a blob. But like I say, that's the second time I made it. First time I've done it this way. I know next time if I use a jam ingredient. So, oh, it's going on my tea towel. Right, everything's cleaned, disaster. So, are we ready? Go back down here. Can you see it here? So I'm going to pour out smaller bits this time instead of... Oh, this does not want to work for me, does it? But still, like I say, it's the way it goes. I thought I'd use my spatula because it'd be better, but obviously using a knife is better. Then I suppose if somebody else used a spatula, that spatula would work for them. So I've never done it this way before, so let's go up a little bit. So I've never done it this way before, so I'm going to have a go at it. I've got jam on my tea towel, that's great. Thank goodness it's a nice clean tea towel, just pulled out the drawer. So it might not work out the way I would like it to. If not, it'll get scooped up and dumped on, so I'm going to take just a scoopy bit just in case I don't do a brilliant job getting it everywhere like I do. Come on. Right, battery just died, as you can see if it goes on. I started putting a little bit in here, making a mess as I do. Shouted to my storm to come and sort me out. Look, I've got the goo there, but still, like I said, I'm an amateur. I'll give it a go. So, where are we? Let's get us down here and let's have a go. Now, I'm not very good. First time I've ever piped in my entire life, and this is to do with them tubes. So let me see if I'm not happy. Ooh, I'm going to go that way. Goes for 25 minutes. So I'll see you again in 25 minutes. Hello, I'm back 25 minutes later. I've had a quick peek in the oven. I've turned it off. I'm now going to get my oven gloves, if I can find them. I'm going to get the best mum. I haven't really used these, but I'm going to. Right, are you ready for this? Da, 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 da. Can we see it? And there we have it. Go down. Queen of the Pud. Now look at that. Ah! And the camera drops. How beautiful is that? Look, you can tell it's getting late because look at me. I'm looking absolutely shattered. So, if you do want me to cook anything again, drop me a line. If you don't, I'm quite happy not to. Either way, and I'm happy to do so if you do. So, this is Auntie Ange, Queen of the Puds. Oh, by the way, bye.